my mini mics here. Get myself mic'd up. Super excited. Oh my gosh. I think it's been probably, a week and a half. It's been since the new moon that I went live. So definitely overdue for that. We did not do the middle section of prepping for the full moon ritual. But we're going to have a lot of discussion this evening on the night of the full moon. So if you would like to do this full moon ritual tonight, or you can do it tomorrow night, right? I'm a big fan of you have the night before, the night of, and the night after of the full moon, right? Because all of those energies, they're there. So with that, wow. And I just saw 111 on the little timer on my YouTube. I am live on TikTok at Healing Twin Flames, my Facebook page, my personal page, Instagram at Empowerment Experiences, and here on YouTube at Empowerment Experiences. So we are going to just see what flows this evening. We're going to, yes, flow with it. We are also going to be, as I've said already at the start, we're going to be reading through. I'm going to share with you literally my full moon ritual process this evening. And this is my own little book. It's obviously home printed is where I am right now with it to keep the cost down for what I'm about to show you all again. And then after we go through all of that, we will pull a few cards. So if you would like a card or two, because we usually do a duo, we do an energy where your primary energy is, and then we do a how to navigate your way through those energies, kind of power of surrender card. So with that, if you are new around here, catching the replay, hanging out live with me, my name is Rochelle, and I am so grateful to see you here and tuning in with me. I am I'm the founder, CEO. I'm the boss lady here at Empowerment Experiences, Healing Twin Flames, healing that inner child with everybody. Cheers. A cup of warm tea because it is cold and stormy here in the Phoenix Valley. That's where I am right now. So with that, let's go ahead and start. So that you, goddesses, can have an opportunity to experience the full moon ritual that I have been leading in group experiences for several years. And this is the first time that I have been divinely guided to put together an entire toolkit that gives you everything that you need that is a part of this very experience. Normally in the past, goddesses would, of course, get informed of what empowerment tools they would need to bring with them to the group, to the rituals that evening in order to fully participate in the experience. And that's what we're going to be going over tonight, what that is. So I'll actually keep this handy right here. It's not fully sealed, and obviously that little sticky note means something, and I will go over that for y'all in a momentito. So with that, I will share that this manifesting moon complete experience is the entire moon cycle. We work with every phase throughout the entire cycle of the moon, wherein from the beginning, we're creating space, we're calling in. That's what the new moon is about, is you're calling in what you would like to be calling in. That's the new moon manifesting. And then we do work in between the new moon and, of course, the full moon so that you can align and allow that which you're calling in. So you're going to align with and therefore allow in what you're calling in with the new moon, right? And that's often the challenge, goddesses, is that you do the new moon, you do your manifestation, but then do you do the work necessary behind that to call in what you're actually calling in, to bring it to you, to align yourself to let it in. All right. And that is why we do that align and allow process, which again, it's all in this book. The entire thing is in this little book. Then we get, because that's what the align and allow process is, it's uncovering any and all possible blockages, sabotages, things that are keeping you apart from that which you are, desiring to call in, right? So we reveal those, and then we want to release those. We want to do the work around that. We want to shift those to let it in. So again, a whole process. Well, once we reveal those, the fears, the sabotages, those shadow aspects of ourselves that are, keeping us apart from, again, what we're calling in, and ultimately keeping us apart from our power, then we do what I have called, and I love to call, the fuck fears full moon ritual, right? Because that's what we're saying. Fuck the fears. I am not going to let this false evidence appearing real be the very thing that keeps me from what I desire and deserve. And you do. You deserve what you desire. Okay? So with that, tools that you will need, let's go over that really quick for the full moon ritual tonight. And we're going to go over, I'm going to read it to you. I'm actually reading this out and putting this out there for all of you to use. There will be a replay. I am live on YouTube at Empowerment Experiences on my YouTube account. That replay will be there. So you can go back to this video and utilize this full moon process. I also recorded for you all the new moon process, the new moon ritual. So with that, let's have a little look-see at the tools that I recommend and even provide in this new structure that I have. You can purchase this kit separately if you are more of a DIY and you don't want to, collectively merge your energies with other goddesses and amplify your power with other goddesses so that you are that much more powerful and aligning with what you're calling in. You don't have to. You don't have to. If that's not your thing, I get it. However, I'm here to tell you all, through the years leading this process, it's a month long, obviously. That's, the cycle of the moon. It's a month long. It is always the most incredible feedback, and I've shared some, and there's more to be coming here, so you can hear actual testimonials from goddesses who have experienced this manifesting moon group experience with me before there was ever a kit. Like I said, this is the first time, and I'm so excited about this, the first time that I am providing an empowerment toolkit along with the group experience. So again, to reiterate, you can purchase the kit separately. However, I highly recommend you get the whole group experience that includes the kit. And then you get to join other sisters that are participating in this right along with you. Accountability, consistency, because that's one of the greatest challenges, right? Is staying accountable, staying consistent in doing this work and showing up for yourself so that you are thus and therefore staying consistent in aligning and allowing what it is that you are calling in. So with that, let me pull out my little checklist of all the inclusions here, and let me give you the experience in your direction, shall we? So this is the box, and you open that bad boy up and look right off the bat. I even have it. This is the book in an envelope. So this book, obviously without my sticky notes, I'm working out of my master copy here. The book comes in an envelope for you so you can keep it safe and secure to use over and over and over as many times, because you got 12 moons in a year. Well, technically, isn't there 13 moon cycles? Because technically, we're supposed to have 13 months, not 12. The Gregorian calendar, it's a lie. But that's a whole nother topic for another day. With that, looky. So we take out the book, and then you have a little surprise under here. La 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 la. Ooh. Ta-da! I'm so excited for this, for y'all, for me, for y'all. Like, this is so fun. I'm so excited about this. All right, so in here, for those who were maybe curious, the sticky note, AG, is for the agate geode that you're going to get in here. These babies are so gorgeous. I love these so much. An agate geode. And obviously each one of these stones and crystals have been chosen, divinely guided and chosen for specific reasons. Now, in the book, let me show you right quick. There is, in the book, let me get the right page here, the crystals and what their energies are, what they offer, what they do. And of course, I've broken it down for you. Which crystals you want to use for the new moon, which ones you want to use for the full moon specifically, which one to use for both. And then I even have a bonus crystal that I just added, labradorite. So I'm going to show you all of these. So all of that's in there. Plus, you'll see in a moment, you get little paper inclusions as well. So again, agate geode we have, which I loved these because I love the round part, right? It's almost like when we're looking at the sky and it is the moon. Some of these, because each one's a different specimen, that's why it's this number. This is number 16, right? So if there's a certain specimen, there's only 20 that I have, 21 different ones that I have. And so you can claim a specific one if you would like. So let me know if you want to choose a specific agate geode, and I will hook you up with seeing which ones are available, and you can claim yours first. All right. So I also love the fact that the back of these, you know, when we see, well, supposed pictures of the moon and what it looks like in terms of the roughness of it, that's a lot of what the outside of the geode is reminiscent of for me. So you got the shine of the inside of the moon, but then the dark side of the moon kind of thing, right? That whole experience there. Then we have, let's go just right smack in the middle. This is a little bottle. Oh, I love this stuff. I have been using this spray for years, and it's called Calming Moonlight Rays. Someone near and dear to me makes this herself. This was my very first spray that I got to try with her, and I have used it during my group experiences for the Manifesting Moon for Goddesses, energetically to clear the energies, to calm any chaotic energies. But this is definitely something that you utilize and you spritz it on your face. It's Calming Moonlight Rays. So you'll get one of those, which, and it's for those who may be curious what's in it. It's a very delicate aroma. It's all natural, no fake carcinogenic fragrances in here. There's essential oils, energies, let's see, purified water, Sedona area water, FYI, Sedona, she's out of Sedona, okay? There's, let's see, the essential oils, Roman chamomile, vanilla, and coconut based. So it's a very delicate scent. I do not like strong fragrances. So for those out there who are not fans of strong fragrances, that's why I got this one, you know, because I am that person. I'm right there with you. So you'll get that. We're just starting here. Then let's go over here. You got this little bag of goodies, which in here, I will pull it out. So there are, where'd those go? Right here. Because it's wax, of course, you have the black trying to put its mark on the white one. I've had them sitting out here, but that's why they're packaged separately. These are the black candles. You get two, not just one. You get an extra one, so that way you can do the ritual again on your own, right? So you'll have one candle, because we use the white one for the new moon, and we use the black one for the full moon, right? For those shadow aspects that we're transmuting, right? And so you get 2 of each of those, and then of course you'll get some sage, and my favorite, Palo Santo. You'll definitely get some Palo Santo, all right? Then, oh yes, there's more. Let me keep some kind of organization here. Then we have, and this one's a little heavier here. Securely packaged in there with the bubbles and things. We like bubbles, 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 bubbles. This one is a very, very special quartz. And the quartz crystals that I am including in this kit are quartz crystals that I personally gathered from Mineral Mountain in the Superstition Mountains here in Arizona. So they have their own unique energies, especially with that whole superstition energy, which some could claim that rituals and the energies of the moon, those are superstitions. You know, there are people that do not believe even in the effects of full moons on emergency rooms, on first responders, things like that. It really does have an effect on people, the moon. So look at that, right? So hand picked, so it's literally from the ground in my hand into this kit to you, securely stored away here. Then we have, as I had mentioned, the newest addition. Let me see if I can get it to sparkle in each one of these, is labradorite. Look at that. You get a chunk of this. And get the right angle on all of these here. It's not showing that well. Oh, there it is, a little on YouTube there. Right, so you'll get a piece of each one of that. Then you'll get a couple more here. Not done. No, not done. Oh, they're fine. They're fine. These are preonite. And preonite, I have a couple different sources for. And this was my first source wherein, they are little clusters. And there is, like, I'm not sure if it's mica or what is it called? I'm totally drawing a blank right now. It'll come back to me. But it's what the stone itself can often, isolated stone, right? It's isolated stone. So there's like part of a stone that it's growing out of, that this preonite is growing out of. And then I mix it up. You'll get a couple pieces of these from the source that I got these particular ones from. And then I'll pack that up in a moment. And then 2 more we have here. And these are like the bling bling ones. The bling bling, okay? The bling bling. I'd never heard of these before a couple years ago. Like, in fact, maybe not even 2 years ago. This is called galena, and it's silver, like the silver moon. So you'll get 80 grams of galena, and there's a reason for the 80, the 80, yeah. And you'll get a little, see, like I said, you get little paper slips here that tell you about each and every crystal, just like in the book. You also get actual little inclusions in the kit along with them. And like I said, galena and angel number 80, and why 80 grams was the number that I was divinely led to separate them out into for all of everybody. All right, and then the last one of the bling bling ones. Oh, this one's awesome. So you all know pyrite. Everybody knows fool's gold, right? We know pyrite. Well, this, again, was another new one for me a couple years ago. This is rainbow peacock ore pyrite. And there are some, this lighting doesn't do it justice. You can go to my especially my Instagram and my TikTok at Healing Twin Flames, and on Instagram at Empowerment Experiences and Healing Twin Flames, and see a couple other specimens of rainbow peacock or pyrite in better lighting, so you can get a better idea of how stunning this crystal, this stone actually is. So you'll get what I call an RPOP, rainbow peacock or pyrite. So those are all your crystals that you get. And then you're going to get a pen, obviously, because, you know, you need that. That's an important tool. And then I'm super excited for the new journals. My Manifesting Moon Empowerment Experiences. And so we will be utilizing this, of course, throughout the entire Manifesting Moon process. So, super excited about that. This kit, as I've said, is available for separate purchase on my website at empowermentexperiences.com. It's available right now, so you can go and claim one if you'd like. If you are actually more interested in doing the entire experience in a group, a private group online led by me, and getting to truly experience the full magnitude of what this kit really is about, what this whole process is about, and how it can really, truly get you to where you want to be. That's a guarantee. You do this process, you commit to it, you stay accountable through it, and I guarantee you will create and align with and receive that which you are calling in. But you got to do all of it, right? That's the challenge. We often think we can just write a couple things and then boom, we're going to get what we want. Or we do a couple parts of the process and that's it. Sometimes, yeah, you do. You know, you let it in. However, sometimes, again, a lot of times, you got to clear out the cobwebs. You got to clear your backlog of bullshit blocking your blessings. All right? So with that, let's move on, shall we? And let's go ahead. And so those are all of the tools that'll come in the toolkit. And what you'll actually need for the full moon ritual, you're going to need a little black candle. Obviously, you're a little lighter there. There is a journal experience. There's prep work that you want to do before the experience, and I will, give you bullet points of that because we are going to dive into the Hello Goddess Therese on Facebook. We're going to dive into, I'm going to actually share with you the full moon ritual. So you're welcome, okay? Because I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Because I want you all to experience somewhat of how fucking awesome this is, okay? So really quick, before the ritual, because there is that, before the ritual, okay? The black candle, right? So through the align and allow process, you will have done some journaling. You will have done some clarifying for yourself. You will have done some revealing, some peeling back some layers, lifting up the rug and seeing what was swept underneath, right? Things that are coming up for you that are creating sabotage and keeping you apart from what you want, right? All right, so what you want to do in short, just to say, that way you can take this and do this full moon ritual tonight or any time if you're catching this replay. You want to write down the fears. You want to write down any and every fear that comes up for you regarding that vision that you are calling in from the new moon ritual, right? You want to reveal to yourself what things are keeping you apart from what you desire, okay? So you have that list, then you're going to prep that list to use in this experience, right? You want to write out, like I said, write out on a paper that you are going to use in the ritual. So you will take your paper with all your fears written down and you're going to use that in the ritual itself, okay? So those are really the two most important things that you need is your candle and your list of fears. Now, you definitely want to get like a fire safe container. You want to do this, you want to be safe about this, okay? because you are going to burn that paper off the flame of the candle. So it's all connected here. It's all connecting all these dots and harnessing this energy in every facet that you can, okay? And allowing yourself to create that energetic syncing, shall we say, SYNC. That's the sync I'm talking about, okay? So that you are making sure everything that is connected in terms of that's the intention. That's what I'm clearing here. This is why I'm using the black candle. This is why it's, so intention, period. The why is that's your intention right there. So write out your list of the fears, and at the very end, you want to sign off on the list and say, I trust, I surrender, I say yes. You want to write that at the bottom of your list. I trust, I surrender, I say yes. Okay? And then you want to meditate for about 15 to 20 minutes before you do this ritual. And so now, without further ado, it is the ritual that I have utilized, as I said, for the last 4 years that I have been offering this incredible experience. Okay? And before I read this, we are doing this again this month. I have admittedly been working on so many things, and I have other entrepreneur clients I work with as well, just manifesting all sorts of things, all sorts of amazing in my life over here. We are doing this at the end of the month. The group opens next Saturday, and the kits need to be mailed out by that following Monday so that you have them in time for the new moon ritual that is happening on the 29th. So the 22nd, the group opens, and we start to do the prep work that's required. Then a week later, we do the new moon ritual. All right? So then, of course, a week and a half or so after that, we're going to be doing the full moon ritual. So with that, let's dive in, shall we? Full moon ritual. Under the full moonlight, light a black candle to signify the release and transmutation of your fears as being for the highest good of all. So we're transmuting that dark into light. Okay? Dark into light. Right? Number 2, as you look into the flames, you're holding your candle, safe and secure. You look into the flame and declare through your own divinely channeled truths. This is where you are tapping into your power, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, your trust of you to know what this is for you. Okay? And you're going to channel, declare through your own divinely channeled truths from yourself, source, God, universe, your desire and commitment to surrendering to the flow and leaning into trust of both yourself and that which we call the powers that be. Number 3, step 3, I should say. Then reading your fears, so this is where you'll pull out that paper of the journaling that you've done and you wrote down all your fears. Journaling or reading your fears aloud one by one. You're going to read them out. You're going to acknowledge them. You're going to shine that light on the shadows, right? Take a deep breath before and after each to clear old energy. So you'll take a deep breath. Obviously a little slower, a little more intentional. And then you will read a statement, one of your fear statements. You're acknowledging it. You're going to feel it most likely. And then you want to take another deep breath after that and visualize the releasing of that energy, that old energy for yourself. Each one must be confronted to be released. Pay attention to where in your body you feel the energy of each fear and visualize them exiting your body with each breath out. Feel, caps lock here, capital word. Feel into the energy of each as you transmute and release them one by one. Be receptive to feeling what you are feeling, yet do not become the emotion. Acknowledge and honor the feeling of it, right? Because what you're doing is you're processing it out. Just as when you are creating this list and you're doing that align and allow work that's revealed these fears, you are clearing these out. You're releasing them. You're letting it go. Okay? Observe it and let it go. That's the next sentence, right? Step 4, when done reading your fears, safely burn the paper with the lit candle. Now, what I do in my fire, I have a large, round, wonderful ceramic dish that's kind of a flat bowl, a little bit of an angle. Seriously, it's gotta be, 18-inch, diameter here. And what I do, because if you put a couple drops of the wax into your fire safe container and then you of course set your candle there, it'll stay upright for you. So that way you don't need to hold, because you want to do that before you burn your paper for safety reasons. You want to make sure your candle is safe and secure in your fire safe. See? That's the reason why. In your fire safe container, okay? So while that's sitting there burning, all right, you're going to safely burn the paper with the lit candle. So you'll have it in your dish. You will light. Now, some of us, I don't have like a piece of paper. I'm using it underneath my tablet here to keep my tablet upright in the right way here. But I usually will fold my paper and burn it that way. Others have like rolled theirs and burned it that way, kind of a roll where they can fold a little bit and then set it in the dish. So you'll light it with the candle and you'll set it in your dish. I recommend don't set it too close to the candle or it'll make kind of a funky wonky kind of a thing, with the burning, and you want the candle to kind of burn down, and it's going to burn all the way down. That's why these candles, because you are going to let this candle burn all the way down for this ritual. Okay? As the paper burns, you can either make your own declaration. Remember, the intention is it's transmuting those fears from dark to light, from feeling powerless to powerful. You're letting go, finally, of these things that are weighing you down and standing in your way, separating you from your power, first of all, but certainly from what it is you are desiring to call in. Okay? Or you can utilize the one here that we use together in my live group experiences. So we do this together. So this is, and it's been the same all of these years. This was the download as it came all these years ago. So you will say, as your paper is burning in your fire safe container and your candle is burning down, and so it's transmuting those fears right there, you will say, as this flame ignites and burns my fears written by my own hand upon this paper, so does it transmute them into light energies of faith, joy, trust, and love for the highest good of all. This alchemizing process liberates and empowers me in my journey of creation and service as I am releasing these fears and surrendering their resolution to the universe. I am a powerful being connected to and backed by the divine, and a blessing to which abundance and positive intentions flow as God, Source, Universe expands itself through my experience in this realm of infinite creative possibilities. I surrender these fears unto the universe as I release all resistance surrounding them for allowing the support of the angelic and spiritual realms. I am fully open to receive the purifying love and infinite abundance perpetually and endlessly offered by that which is the divine, So to boldly and lovingly fulfill each soulful and heart-centered mission I am called for, the highest good of all. So be it, so it is. So with that declaration, that intention, you can add to it, you can tweak it, make it your own, or you can utilize that exactly. You can use this video, again, the replay, and let me be the one speaking it as you nod and agree and allow for those words to be your words as well. All right, again, in the kit, you get the book so you can read it all yourself and use that. And then the last step is, as the candle burns to an end, express gratitude for the abundance of this world and the gifts herein, for the release of the past and its burdens. Celebrate that which you are and the amplified power you possess. What we usually do in the group experience, and that's the whole point of our journals here, is we actually will spend a few minutes at both rituals, both the new moon ritual and the full moon ritual. We will take upwards of 5 minutes or so journaling gratitude, being in gratitude, so that you are further aligning and allowing yourself with what you are calling in. So there we go. That is the full moon experience out of my Manifesting Moon complete experience, where it's the entire, I say full, but it's the entire moon cycle in this book that empowers you to harness the powers of the manifesting moon and guide you through the entire moon cycle so that you can be starting at the starting point before the new moon, clearing out, getting clear as well. So clearing out and clarifying what you're calling in, then doing the work between the new moon and the full moon to align and allow with that which you're calling in. And then those things that come up during that work, the full moon, that's where you're going to say, fuck those fears, and you're transmuting and releasing those. So it's the calling in with the new moon, and it's the letting go with the full moon. And then there is work that we do following the full moon. It's an entire process, and we do all of this in a private group for the entire month, where you have 2 online Zoom rituals that we do together. And yes, you get those replay links for definitely a certain amount of time. I can't really guarantee forever, probably, but you will have, again, you'll have the kit. The kit, again, to reiterate, the kit is, yes, available for separate purchase. So you can do it yourself. You can go claim yours right now at empowermentexperiences.com/shop and claim one. They are in limited supply currently, this current setup, because I only have so many. Like I said, there's about 20 available of these agate geodes for this specific kit setup. And obviously, so many of those are going to go to the goddesses who choose to sign up for the entire group experience, which that includes the kit. So you get the coaching, you get the goddess tribe, you get the support, you get the accountability, you get the clarity that you would like throughout this process, the coaching and anything that you require during that time. That's what you're getting with the group. The kit is included with the group coaching experience. So again, to reiterate, you can go straight to my website, empowermentexperiences.com/shop, and purchase the kit now and do it all on your time as you choose. Or you can actually go to iamempowered.as.me and actually sign up for the group experience, and then the kit will be sent to you once you sign up, and the link to join the private group. All right. Yay! So that's Woo! That is what we have for that there. I'm so excited about this. This is so fun. Woo! So much fun. I love it. We are going to now, yes we are, we're going to pull some cards. Goddess Therese says, I'm claiming 13. Yes, right? Lucky number 13 today. We love 13. And Friday the 13th is my absolute favorite kind of day. I grew up, I never understood what the issue was of Friday the 13th. For me, I grew up knowing that that's a very lucky day. That is not a bad luck day. That's a good luck day. I've always had good luck on Friday the 13th. Just saying. So I'm not sure where that belief had come from, but grateful that I had that one for sure. While everybody else was tripping about Friday the 13th, I'm over there. Yay! It's Friday the 13th. Got some good chick coming today. Good chick coming today. Right? Yes, Goddess Therese, exactly. I'll agree. Exactly. Like Friday the 13th. I'm like, what's your problem, Bob? It's a great day. Bring on more Friday the 13th, please. And thank you. Cheers. Oh my God, I love that tea. All right. So with that, I'm going to do us a little thingy. Meet my bowl. My first singing bowl, for those who may not have met her. Here she is. So let's do a little energy clearing before we get into some cards. And we're going to use the unicorn cards this evening, I'm being led to. All right. With that. Here we go. That's some juicy chit. If you don't have a singing bowl, you need a singing bowl. Just saying. It took me a couple years for this baby to find me. And it was waiting for me at the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show this year. So grateful I went there. Oh, one more thing. For those who, the first two, speaking of Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, this is what I decided, because these were two additional ones I got, because I got mine that I wanted, but I had to get, I loved these two. They wanted to come home with me too. So I have, this is blue aragonite, a blue aragonite tower. And then I have a green calcite tower. All right. These actually, not the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. They were the month before at Quartzsite, my very first Quartzsite gem show and gem and rock show that I went to. The first two goddesses who claim their spots in the group. The first one gets to pick which one she wants. Second person gets the other one as a gift for signing up for the group. So you get a free crystal tower, either blue aragonite or green calcite. Your choice. I mean, again, the colors on the videos just do not do it justice. Okay? So you'll get to choose which one you want. Whoever claims first. Whoever signs up first, and then the second goddess, you get the other one, whichever one speaks to whomever. And yes, I can send you little videos or pictures of them so that you can determine which one you actually would like. All right? So with that, let us, shall we, Yay! It's card time. It's time to play some cards. We're gonna play, baby, play. We're gonna have some expansion time. That's what we're about to do. That's what this is about. We're all here on a journey of expansion. The only one who ever keeps any of us small is ourselves. You are here to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Keep going, keep growing. That's why you're here. Because if you're not growing, you're decaying. If you're just sitting there, you're actually decaying. That's how it goes. So you got to be growing, right? Expanding, expansion. So spread your wings and soar. Share your message, shine your light, show the world what you're made of. So that's a collective card, obviously, for all of us. Expanding. I know Goddess Therese wants a card over there. And then anybody else coming on, if you would like a card, we're going to play for just a little bit. Because yours truly is going to go do some full moon ritual herself. I also have a cord cutting candle ritual that I got to be doing again. Because that person came back and I'm like, oh, had another layer of chit to work through. So got to do another cord cutting candle ritual. But we're doing them for the full moon tonight. Okay. Goddess Therese. Let's see what the cards have for thee. Receive. Let it in. Let it in. Really check in with yourself, with whatever it is that you are calling in. Check in with yourself and your body and see, number one, if you're feeling, because you probably are, but I say if, let's just go straight to where. Check into your body and see where you're feeling that blockage, that resistance within you that is keeping you or disallowing you from letting in and letting yourself receive what you desire to be receiving. What's in your body, and second, what's in your mind? What are you telling? What story are you telling that may possibly be the story that is creating resistance or pushing against what it is that you would like to be calling into your experience? All right, Goddess Therese. So where is your power of surrender? So to help you facilitate navigating this, allowing yourself to receive. Oh, this is fun. Oh, hello, Janelle and Shadow Whisperer. I didn't even, that's so weird on TikTok, YouTube. It'll show the comments for a moment and then they disappear. And then I don't know that you guys have commented. So hello there and welcome. All right, Goddess Therese. For anybody else, if you're on and you would like a card, let me know. You actually get 2 cards. You get your primary energy card, like what energies are amplified right now, right? Where you're having challenges, where you need to be doing work around. And then the power of surrender card is how you're going to navigate your primary power card. All right. Goddess Therese, for you, my dear. I am very great, Shadow Whisperer. How are you? We're having a lot of fun over here. Holy moly. Holy moly. Goddess Therese, I'm just going to say this. I can already tell you, these are the facing up cards. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. So her card is the receive card. She's blocking herself, right? Surrender to miracles, meaning surrender to allowing yourself to receive miracles. And second, surrender your belief in scarcity. Both of these directly correlate to receiving. So let's just see, because there's a little stack-a-doo here. Oh, well, here you go, Goddess Therese. Here you go. Surrender obsessive thinking. Again, what is going on up here that is pushing against what you desire to be calling in? What is it that, what do you keep thinking about? What story do you keep playing over and over in your mind that is contradictory to you letting it in? All right? We have, why, this is so weird, why it disappears. Where can I find those cards? These cards, the Power of Surrender cards. Shadow Whisperer. Or my Oracle of Unicorns card. So which ones are we talking about? All right. So surrender obsessive thinking. So I encourage you, journal out, like do a mind dump. Like literally sit, ask yourself, what stories am I telling that are replaying over and over, and write them down. Shine a light on the shadows, get them out. What things do you keep saying or thinking over and over and over and over? Because I guarantee you, that's where the key is to unlock this, right? So you have that. Surrender to trust. Surrender to trust, trusting the journey, trusting the process, trusting that you have everything that you need to let in what you desire to receive. Right? And then surrender frustration, because you better believe frustration is, talk about resistance. Frustration is resistance, right? It's constricted. It's constrictive energy. Okay? Let me see if there was a comment. This is so weird. Okay. Nothing yet. All right. And then we had one that also came upside down. Now you all can see here that I am that person where when the universe throws us a bunch of cards, obviously they're all for you, boo. All for you. And so your last one, Goddess Therese. Receive is your primary power card and the challenge that you have. Surrender to spirit. Surrender to the universe. Surrender to letting the universe give you what you want. Do I need to yell louder, Goddess Therese? She's been around for several years in my tribe, in my group, in my sphere of experience, right? She says, I have been called out completely. Because you've been making excuses, you've been blocking it, you've been pushing it away, you've been telling stories long enough. Universe says, enough. No more. No more. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Because, as we've said, it's only ourselves who are ever standing in the way and keeping at bay what it is we are calling in. And then what happens, right? If you find and see, oh, mercy, that frustration, if you are finding that you are frustrated about what you're calling in and, oh, it's not here yet, it's not working. That goes under your surrender obsessive thinking category. Like, you are so right, Goddess Therese. You got put on blast by the universe. The universe be like, listen, biatch. Didn't it? It went flip. Right? All right. There you go, Goddess Therese. That was awesome. Like, you cannot make this up. I just love that so much. I love that so much. Let me get some water, actually. I saw, it's so weird here. Those cards, any of them. Like, I don't care their name. What's the name? Shadow Whisperer, you're so funny. All right, so these cards, the surrender deck, for those who would like to know, Those are these cards, The Power of Surrender. And I actually got, and it's by Judith Orloff, our empowered empath. Wrote the book, what is it? The Empath Survival Guide, right? She wrote the Empath Survival Guide. So she created this deck of cards for us, Power of Surrender, okay? I get the majority of my cards from a local place in Tempe here in the Valley. It's in Tempe, Arizona. And I'm not sure if they have an online store. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure. But I go there for sure every year for my birthday because they give you a $10 store credit for your birthday month. And so I got these that year. And at the same time, I got my Crystal Mandala activation cards. And we'll pull one of these here in a short bit so you can experience one of those. We'll pull a collective card for all of us, okay? So Power of Surrender cards, right, to help navigate what I call your primary power. These are the main players of my cards, and these are the Oracle of the Unicorns. Now, this was a deck that I surprisingly, and it's the only deck that I've ever bought off of Amazon. That's where I got this, because unicorns and Pegasus, and I am my company logo are two Pegasus, right? So this is from a candle shop in Sedona. I gave him my logo and I said, can you make one of these? And he did. And in my teal, and there's my heart, out of my logo, my company, my little heart. Expanding love, amplifying love. That's what we're doing, right? So all about the Pegasus around here. I have had one my whole life, and she exists. It exists because it's no sex. It exists in my forest realm, my magical forest realm, and this was a magical tower. I call her Magical Magnificent Mossy. That I got this with the same day, same place. I got my bowl, and this crystal is literally the this realm manifestation of what my forest is, where my Pegasus lives. My Pegasus lives in this forest, this magical forest, this other realm, and it's so lush, it's so green, and there's a creek, and you can see the water in the moss. That's why I had to have this one when I picked it up. I immediately was like, how much? Like I knew it was mine. So the moss in it, the moss that's on the rocks of the creek flowing through it, the trees, and then look, everything sparkles there. Everything sparkles. This is my baby. This is probably one of my most cherished crystals in my entire crystal collection, is this one. This one next to my magical malachite here, that was my very first malachite that actually has, you see it, a heart drawn in it naturally. And you see that? Again, the lighting is not the best here. And you see that little reflection, that little shape in there? Yeah, right? That was one of my very first stones, was that malachite. But this, my Magical Magnificent Mossy, I pet her like a dog, I swear. I'm always doing this. I'm like, that's my baby. It's my baby. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. All right. Thank you, Goddess Veronica. All right, Goddess Veronica is, hold on, TikTokers. I got it. I've been on for 45 minutes. Hold on. How do you detect inactivity? I'm sitting here moving. Like, what you talking about, Willis? So weird. Like, I am talking and moving. That's what that's for. TikTok's like, we've detected inactivity. And I'm like, no. I'm active. I'm doing shit. We talking. We hanging. Anyway, here we are. All right, for those who are new, we are pulling some cards. You have some stones? What are your favorite stones that you have? Goddess Veronica, I would love to hear what, like, your favorites. Again, mine, malachite, and like I said, moss agate. Obviously, green. Green is, if you all could see this entire room, I painted this room like this shade of green right here. I call it New Life Green. It's this green. In my original journals, this green. And it's the color of like when plants, brand new life, just starting to grow. That's what I call this green. It's New Life Green. You always have the opportunity to create for yourself a new life. You can carve out and manifest and curate and create and cultivate whatever life you desire. You just got to do the work in yourself and on yourself and get that done. It's so weird that it won't keep showing my comments on there. Oh, she says Moldavite, a Moldavite crystal, black onyx. Oh, you named your grandbaby Onyx. I like black onyx. Black onyx is good too. Yeah, that's a good one. And Moldavite, obviously. I really am probably going to say that there's probably not a crystal that I don't like. Like, I have so many sitting on this table right here. You know, like where to begin? This is Wavelite. It's from Arkansas. Look at those little bubbles. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous. And this is from, I like to joke because I'm originally from Kansas. So we grow up and we joke. We say Arkansas. So it's actually from Arkansas, but Arkansas is where Wavelite comes from. So I have that one. And that one, I just love that. That's kind of like one of the reasons why I love Preonite so much, because Preonite will actually form in balls. It's so cool. So cool. Right? So with that, for those who are on, we're going to hang out a little bit longer. If you would like a card, let me plug in this device here, the TikTok one. Charger here. If you would like a card, let me know and we'll pull that right quick for you. I'm going to go ahead and I think sign off of Instagram because Instagram doesn't do much pushing out of the lives. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So for everybody on Instagram, thank you for catching the replay and of course tuning in. You can catch more of this replay on my YouTube at Empowerment Experiences. So I will see you later on Instagram. Remember, the power is in your hands because that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste. Let me hit that off. End now. There we go. All right. So for the rest of us that are all still hanging out, what? Do you have a favorite card? Oh, that's a great question. Oh my goodness. A favorite card. Oh. Let's stick to this deck because I have another deck over here. That the entire deck ended up being made out of my favorite card in that deck. So let's pull out of this deck that is my favorite card because yes, I do. Let me find it here. Let me find it. Let me see. That's a close second. No, where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's a tough. Oh, this one. Above all, this one, because this is what my Pegasus looks like. This is what my baby looks like. That's my Pegasus. That's my baby. And go figure, it's the Freedom card. The Freedom card. And that's what I'm all about. You know, breaking out of the matrix, breaking free from the system that is created to keep us down, to keep us apart from our power, to keep us imprisoned and not free. I mean, listen, y'all, if you knew that the United States wasn't what you think it is, that it's actually a corporation. It's a corporation masquerading as our government. And I've been researching this for years along with countless others. It's in all the codes. It's in all the statutes and codes. The United States is a corporation that resides in the District of Columbia, which is foreign territory. So we are ruled over. Our overlords rule over us from foreign territory in the District of Columbia. Just sit in that for a bit. So point being, though, is freedom. Freedom has been, like, for me, a core mission here to not only break myself free of the chains that bind in terms of being a citizen, aka a slave to the system, and actually becoming truly free, becoming sovereign, becoming all you truly are without being stifled from that, regulated to nothing, right? So, freedom. This is my favorite card. And again, the fact that it's my Pegasus on this card. I love that question. Thank you so much for asking that question, Shadow Whisperer. I truly appreciate that. No one has ever asked me that before. And I love that. I love that. So thank you for that. And again, for those who are loving these cards, they are the Unicorn Oracle, the Oracle of the Unicorns cards that you can get. I love these. I've been using these for years. And then, of course, I had gotten another deck. Let me go ahead and put this, hit share on this thing here for Instagram and take it out here. Let's just go ahead and, oh, look, I can tag my other account. Hold on, just bear with me. Invite collaborators. Maybe. There it is. That's cool that I could do that on my live stream now. I can write a comment later. Maybe. Oh, mercy. Hold on. Full moon. Releasing. That's what I put. Bear with me, y'all. I appreciate you. I want to turn this phone off here. Releasing. All right, well, it's not wanting to share. Go figure. That's Instagram. That's why I'm like, pfft. We have so much more fun for sure on TikTok and on YouTube. You can be sure of that. I have way more fun on those platforms. Instagram, I miss the old Instagram. That is the one platform that I miss the way it used to be. I miss how it was pictures and images and yeah, maybe some videos, but all these reels and everything. I'm like, no, if I want that experience, I go to TikTok. Anywho. Oh, I love a gal. She says, any hootie. I believe that's what she said. Any hootie. I'm like, I like that. I like that. That's so fun. So for those who are just coming on, hanging around here, if you would like a card, please let me know. How long you've been collecting cards? I mean, like buying. I got my first deck, which is actually behind my box here, or behind my, let me see if I can get it out here. Very, very careful. Let me move my other crystals that are sitting here. Yay! This was my very first deck. It was the Angel Tarot deck. And I got this deck 6 years ago. 6 years ago. That was my first time. And I fell in love with them. I actually had gone to, speaking of the Empath Survival Guide, right, by Dr. Judith Orloff, I had gone to an empath meetup group here local in the Valley. And she passed her deck around the room. And she says, now mind you, y'all, I'd never had a deck of oracle or tarot cards ever in my life. And then compound that by having been raised in the dogma of Catholicism. Whew, that was rough. So, you know, I had some resistance inside me, even though I was very much called to these. I had the resistance in me of my programming from being raised in the Catholic Church, right? Well, so by the time the deck got to me, I had my book, my Empath Survival Guide. That was a hardback book. I had it sitting on my lap, and they hand me the deck, and I'm just sitting there like I was like paralyzed almost in fear about having this deck of cards. If I had to do it all by myself, and I'd never done it before, and oh my God, what if I do it wrong? And what do I do? And oh my God, all the crap we think, right? And I'm sitting there literally with the deck on its edge, on the book, on my lap, and I'm rubbing it. I'm just rubbing it and literally stuck in this loop in my head going, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Half the deck falls off my lap, lands on the floor right in front of my feet. One card face up. I didn't need to do chit. Universe says, don't worry, boo, I got you. Like it always does, right? Don't worry, boo, I got you. Don't be tripping. Don't be tripping. And that card, and this was before empowerment experiences came to be, that card led me to creating empowerment experiences. It led me. It was the gateway drug, shall we say, that led me to where I am today with all of these oracle cards and such around me. And you want to know what that card was? Because it's definitely advice that we all need to take and make sure that we do consistently. Let me find that baby here. No. Bear with me. There it is. Now, when we pull cards, either I pull them for you or you pull them for yourself, there are times when one thing on the card speaks to you, just one thing, and that's the one thing that you need to hear right now. And then it spreads the gamut to where everything on the card could be speaking to you. This was the case of everything on the card spoke to me that day. 4 of air. I had 4 spirit guides that incarnated as a litter of 4 kittens at the time that this card came up. I am an air sign. They are in the forest. And even though they are not winged horses, they're not Pegasus, they're horses here. Remember, my Pegasus is white. Purity. That's the one that's sleeping. That's the one that's resting. And at that time in my life, there was so much chaos and so much going on. And I was feeling like I was so lost. I didn't know what was up, down, which direction I was going, whether I was coming or going. I didn't know what my calling was. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, but I was at a crossroads in my life. And I didn't know. And well, guess what? This card told me how to know what I needed to know. Take time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. But the most important statement, because I hadn't been a meditator then, the most important statement is, and I think you need this too, Goddess Veronica, meditation may provide answers. Because you see, we already have the answers within. You just got to get out of this little prison in your mind that's continuing to keep you on the hamster wheel of the same shit every day over and over. You got to stop that perpetuation. You got to get off the hamster wheel. And meditation, quieting the mind, or because there are types of meditation, right? I couldn't quiet my mind to save my life, y'all. And so if you're like that, right? I'd never meditated before. I didn't know what the fuck. I'm like, the fuck? You know, what? What you talking about, Willis? And it was literally within a week or two that because I'm a big, I've listened to Spotify forever. That's where I consume my music. And I ended up on in the motivational speeches area of it. And at that time, because again, I was in a very fragile space. Okay. So whereas now I like some of that, powerful, get up and get it done and you got the power and da 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 da. However, they were rubbing me wrong back then. It was again, I was in such a fragile state that I didn't have my power. I wasn't in my power. Okay. I was in a space of going, okay, well, I got out of what my life was as a former pimped out drug addicted prostitute. I got out of that, but where I was, it was like, what? Because my former business, I had to shut down. It didn't quite work out. But what I didn't realize then was I had self-worth challenges, self-love issues, abundance, all of these blocks. And that was what this meditation was about. So doing this meditation was for, well, through that pathway, because the universe will always lead you. You just got to follow. You just got to trust. I ended up being introduced, and I highly recommend you go check her out. Go subscribe to her on her YouTube channel. Excuse me. And like I said, she's on Spotify. Her name is Jess Shepherd. She's from Queensland, Australia. I'm so grateful that I actually got to speak with her. Message back and forth. It was on Facebook Messenger all these years ago. And Jess Shepherd, she's from, like I said, Queensland, Australia. And her channel is Rising Higher Meditation. I even utilize a couple of her meditations still to this day, the two original ones way back when I then was led to create and host vision board experiences. And that was coming from someone who had initially was so frustrated with vision boards because it wouldn't work. Well, because I had to do the work on me. And that's how it works. Right? That's how vision boards work, is you got to do the work on you too. You got to take that aligned action. You got to get the fuck out of your own way. Right? So this card, literally this one card completely changed the trajectory of my life. And that's why I still to this day, I like to say play with my cards. Whether it's my tarot cards, my oracle cards, that's what we do, right? My mind just overthinks a lot. Well, and that's the whole reason, Goddess Veronica, why meditation is so important. Like that needs to be at the top of your list. So as I was saying about the different types of meditation and how I could not quiet my own mind. I mean, when you're in that pattern of constantly thinking and overthinking, it's like near impossible to not only slow that momentum, but stop that momentum. Like you kind of like Abraham Hicks teaches us, right? You don't want to stop it all at once, or it's like you literally pulling the parking brake while you're doing 80 miles an hour down the road. Not a good idea. Not a good idea, right? So instead, if you are new to meditation, this is what I did. Jess Shepherd's guided meditation. So instead of attempting to, because now I can do full-on meditation. I can completely quiet my mind. I can do true meditation in that regards of quieting the mind entirely. But it took me a minute to get there. And I did. And I was able to get there by utilizing this woman's incredible, plus her voice is like, it's like honey. It's like sweet, delicious honey to your ears. You know, she has the gamut of whatever you want to be tapping into for yourself, for your meditation. Because if your mind is so insistent, intense on continuing to think, and you have all of that momentum built up, you just got to let it do what it does. Don't resist that. Instead, you start to awaken and strengthen the focus muscle. The focus muscle. So you, through utilizing guided meditations, again, I highly recommend Jess Shepherd, Rising Higher Meditation on YouTube. You listen to someone guide you. So you're hearing, you're listening, you got words in your mind, but they're not yours. And you're not stuck in your own space and place. You're being taken to new spaces and new places. So you are getting out of the same cycles. So again, to reiterate, for my peeps out there, goddesses out there who are finding it challenging to meditate, to truly quiet your mind entirely, that's okay. Just do it another way with guided meditations. And I promise you, you work out, because it's a workout. You're awakening this focus muscle that you actually have power over, but it's kind of had a mind of its own, pun intended, right? It's had a mind of its own, and had you focusing on other shit that that's not really serving you, that's, you know, again, keeping you in lack and resistance and apart from your power. You listen to this woman guide you to a space where you can tap into your power. Where you can. Again, I cannot recommend her channel enough. She, between that card and being led to her stuff, because she ended up being a guest on, because it's, y'all might have heard of them. It's Fearless Soul is the name of like the motivational speeches and such that I was listening, you know, kind of attempting to listen to. But like I said, it was a little fragile and it was just a little too intense for me. They had featured her through their work. And that's how I got introduced to Jess Shepherd. And that's when I, of course, found all the rest of her treasure trove of guided meditations. Again, one more time, Jess Shepherd, Rising Higher Meditation channel on YouTube. I am the kind of coach where I'm not fixing what's not broken. And she changed my life. Her meditations changed my life. They changed my entire fucking DNA makeup to the sense that now, like I've said, I can now actually meditate in silence or simply with, you know, meditation music, you know, like frequency music stuff, right? So allow yourself to evolve. Hold that space for you where you are and hold your own hand and allow for your own evolution. Oh my goodness, cheers on that one. So with that, we are now pushing an hour and a half, which I don't know what the battery is on that phone, which maybe I should go ahead and sign off of my Facebook. You are so welcome, Goddess Veronica. Would you like some cards, my dear? I'm going to sign off of Facebook. I'm just going to say peace out. I've already said the power's in your hands because that power has always been inside you. And I remind everybody of that. Every time I sign off of a live, I do my best to remind everybody with that. So let me hit finish on this here. And then, what? Goddess Veronica. Done. There we go. Okay, that's done. Yay! Alrighty. All right. Goddess Veronica. So as I've mentioned, you've been on the live for a little bit, huh? You get a primary power card, and we're playing with the Oracle of the Unicorns tonight for that. You get a primary power card, which are the, the energies that are amplified right now for you to be focusing on. And then you get your power of surrender, which are the steps, the guidance for, what you are needing to hear so that you can navigate to connect with where your power is with what's revealed here. All right. Okay. Goddess Veronica. Let's get this for you, my dear. Alrighty. Well, guess what, my dear? You get 2. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Look at that. The baby Pegasus there. She's like a little fairy Pegasus. How adorable. Okay. And the dandelion, which I call wishes. Wishes. Delight. Delight is the word. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things and always expect the best. I know you've already mentioned that, right? You're feeling unsure, uncertain, unclear of what you're supposed to be doing, where you're going, what's happening, what's going on. To let those answers reveal themselves. Focus on what feels good, because doesn't it feel good? And we're putting ourselves in that, right? Doesn't it feel good to have those answers, Goddess? To have clarity? So focus on the things that are crystal clear blessings for you. Amplify what feels good. Take delight in the things that you are clear on, that you are sure about, that again, feel good. Because fuck yes, it feels good to have that clarity and to know that's where I'm going. That's the decision I'm making. That's the path that I'm taking. So it feels good. So you've got to be tapping into and tuning into other things that feel good so that you are aligning yourself with receiving the answers and the guidance that further allow you to embody feeling good and the clarity of what you are asking for right now. All right. So taking delight in your blessings, counting your blessings. And the card that's face down, it's more power. Oh, are you not seeing the endless possibilities that you have within reach, that you have available to you? This world is limitless. You have so many opportunities, so much that's just ready and waiting for you. It's just a matter of quieting the noise so you can hear them. And again, this is how, again, you're going to quiet that overthinking. You're going to help. Like we've already talked about, obviously meditation on that list, Goddess. But in tandem with that meditation work, that meditation practicing, you want to focus on the blessings. And you also want to express gratitude and appreciate the blessing of the clarity, the blessing of the inner guidance that you are needing for and from yourself in terms of where you're being called next. Knowing that possibilities are endless. They are endless. And it's most likely not just one thing. Like I was saying at the start of this, I've been working on entrepreneur work, which I don't publicly promote. That's all word of mouth, and I only work with local entrepreneurs. But then I do my online coaching and my card reading, and I love that. You know, I do a couple different things because as a Gemini, we like variety. We like to have different things. So I'm really feeling very strongly, Goddess Veronica, that it's going to be multiple things. And that's why it seems so uncertain and so chaotic right now. So weird what my lighting is doing right here on my YouTube video. So bizarre. So let me see, where's my, okay, good. My battery's good. So don't limit yourself. Remember, we've said limitless possibilities. As you begin this work, make sure you've got your journal. Start writing down anything and everything that comes to you in the respect of, oh, that would be fun to do. Well, I might enjoy that. I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but okay, I'll put it down. Sure, that sounds like fun. You know, whatever it is that comes through for you, put it down on that list. All right? Let yourself see the possibilities before you. And maybe it's that you've got to try a couple different things. You've got to experience a few different things to really, again, know where you're being called and what actually is for your soul, what lights you up. That's all. All right. So with that, again, you've got the meditation, you've got that journaling, that clarity journaling to be looking at. Where are you needing to surrender in order, holy wow, those cards just flipped over for you. In order to surrender to the answers. Wow. Overthinking, right? Surrender the drama, surrender the addictions. Now listen, the mind, the ego, she a drama queen, ain't she? She can show shit, be a drama queen. And it is an addiction to be overthinking. Your mind, your ego may possibly be addicted to certain stories, certain beliefs, certain things that have kept you safe, that have kept you safe, but basically kept you apart from what it is that you desire. So allow yourself to let go of these things that are keeping you from experiencing and seeing, from experiencing the delight and seeing the limitless possibilities that are waiting for you to see them, to reveal them for yourself, from within yourself. So yes, Goddess, meditate, write down anything and everything that comes to mind of what lights you up, of what may even be something interesting to give it a shot. You know, maybe what's coming to mind, maybe you want to read audiobooks, just something, just throwing something out there. You know, you want to do something like that. Give it a try. You want to do card readings. You want to get into coaching. You want to sing, dance, whatever it is that you want to do that sounds like fun to you, write it down. Allow it to be a possibility. And take delight in that. And allow yourself to see this list of things that are possibilities for you. And definitely highlight the ones that are a delight. Okay? So yeah, surrender those things that are separating you from your truth. Again, drama, addictions. Singing is one. I love that. Then put that down. And you know, you see, I'm sure you see here on TikTok especially, that there are people who, you know, they sit up on their lives and they have their mic set up and they're singing to us. Maybe that's something that you start with. You never know. You know, allow for the possibilities for how, because that's where we often get stuck. Is, well, how is it going to happen? How can I do that? That's none ya. None ya business, okay? The universe handles the how. Okay? You just put down what it is that lights you up, that you're like, I would really love to do that. I would love to do that. Then do that. Life's too short to not do that. And so often we ask ourselves, well, what do I have to lose? I mean, yeah, that's a good question to ask. What do I have to lose? Because really, what do you have to lose, Goddess? What do you have to lose by just singing? And listen, if you're not being judged, if you're not getting haters, then you're not doing it right. That's how it works, right? Your light is going to rub the shadows of those who cannot handle your light. But it will draw unto you those who will support you, who will cheer for you, who will love your singing and anything else that you bring into this world. All right? So you do that, Goddess. I can't wait. When you decide to go live or when you decide to sing for us, if you would, I would love for you to send me that video or send me a message to say, hey, I'm going to do my first live. I'm going to sing. And I would love to come on, even for a short time, to hear you. Okay? It would be an honor. All right? I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. Okay. All right. I'm going to make a note here. Veronica, singing. Exclamation point. You're on the list. All right, Goddess. For those who are just jumping on right quick, we are willing to pull some more cards for those who are just jumping on. Otherwise, we may just be signing off. Goddess Ron, you like that. Exclamation point. Okay? All right. I'm going to be on. I got a bolo for you singing. Okay. All right. Again, for those who are just coming on, if you would like a card, let me know. Otherwise, we are going to be wrapping it up and calling it a night. Calling it a night. While we're hanging out here for a moment, let me kind of pick up some of my stuffs here. Oh, yes. Let me pull this one right quick for us, because there does not seem to be. And anybody else? Let me pull one, as I said I would. One of these Crystal Mandala activation cards. Love them. Again, another one of my wonderful finds at Changing Hands Bookstore. That's what it's called. Did I even say the name of that shop earlier? It's Changing Hands Bookstore in Tempe, Arizona is where I get and have gotten the majority of my cards. All right. So with that, because these cards, each one is so stunning, so unique, and so gorgeous, I shuffle and pull from this deck with my eyes closed. So there's no prejudice against certain cards going, oh, especially me. I'd be pulling green. I'd be pulling green. So this is our Crystal Mandala activation card for all of us. Well, I didn't even have to pull. Ooh, so pretty. Ooh, look at that baby. Look at that baby. And it is Ascended Master Mother Mary and Celestite. I have never seen Celestite in person. I only know of it because of this card. Okay? So with that, especially with some of the cards coming up tonight, right? Unconditional trust. Unconditional trust. And it reads, unconditional trust brings relief to my heart, fresh energy to my mind, and I am gently lifted into joy. A feeling of playfulness awakens in my heart now. I dare to open myself willingly, faithfully, and lovingly to what is and what shall be. The universe looks out for me, has my best interests at heart, and acts for my highest good. I rest in sacred companionship with the Divine Mother and am open to a higher frequency reality. I am so free, graceful, and blessed that I am an inspiration for others. Goddess Veronica, definitely feeling some of that energy for you, boo. Especially that last statement. I mean, I'm feeling it for me too, obviously, but for all of us here. But I am an inspiration for others. Maybe we write that one down, huh? Maybe we'll put that on the mirror there. I am an inspiration for others. Yeah. Because that ultimately means you're an inspiration as well for yourself. That you move yourself toward that which is calling you. Yeah. So with that, if there are no others who would like their own card, I am going to sign off and call it a night this evening. Oh, let me put my little box back on its little display spot here. Very carefully. There we go. It sits, because it's a shorter box, it sits on a little flat mica stone. A stone of mica under there. Oh, I love that stuff. And that was another one that came from the Superstition Mountains, Mineral Mountain, Superstition Mountain. All right. So with that, here we go. We're going to close it out with our little singing bowl baby here. And then we'll sign off. All right. I want to say thank you to all of you who caught the replay. And of course, especially for those of you who caught the live, Goddess Veronica. Here we go. And with that, again, thank you for joining. And I will see you all back here again. It is my intention to go live tomorrow evening and Saturday as well. We shall see how that unfolds. And with that, I remind you, as those of you who've seen me do a couple times now, signing off of other platforms, I remind you that the power is in your hands. The power to create whatever life you desire, the power to shift what needs shifting, the power to rise above and transmute and transcend any and everything that you are here to transmute and transcend so that you can be learning, growing, expanding, and ascending on your journey. That power, it's in your hands. I promise you. Because that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste.